How's it going, everybody? Chris Cart's back through the mail Monday. 7 returns for you today, including our very first one from Knoxville, Tennessee, from Drew E. Gilbert, aka Buddy, as you saw on the address label there. Wrote it above his address label, so I knew this was the Buddy that played 7 games in 1959 for the Cincinnati Reds. Looks like he sent me a religious pamphlet as well. 7 games, got 20 at-bats, 3 walks, 3 hits, 2 of those home runs that came against the Pirates in the final 2 games of his big league career. 1960 Topps card, as well as a photo that I did supply with the requested inscriptions. Very nice. Let's see here, the 60 Topps. Looks like this came out very, very nice. There we go. Buddy Gilbert, great signature still. 89 years young, still going strong, still being a great signer. Went on to become a successful real estate agent after his career was over with. He had a really good 1959 campaign, which earned him the September call-up. Unfortunately, he had a contract dispute with ownership over $200 that really hurt his chances of becoming a big leaguer after the 59 season. There you guys go. Buddy Gilbert, there's information. Awesome return. Let's move on, guys, to return number 2. Reno, Nevada for our next return here. We've got the Black History Month stamp on this. I'm not sure who that lady is. And we have, let's see, feels like a few cards in here. Yes, we got Dave Kingman on a 75 Topps, signed very nicely. Dave Kingman, $5 a card. First round draft pick of the Giants way back in 1970. First overall out of USC. 78 Topps card, my unofficial official birthday set. Dave Kingman, a prolific home run hitter, led the league in home runs twice, once with the Cubs with 48 and once with the Mets with 37. 442 career home runs. Spent most of his time with the Mets, 6 years, spent 4 years with the Giants, 3 years with the Cubs. Awesome return from Dave Kingman. Great signer. There's his information. Let's move on, guys, to return number 3. All right, another address return label here from Mr. Tom Qualters, Somerset, Pennsylvania. There you guys go. It's got a deer on it. He did work for Fish and Wildlife after his career ended. Thomas Qualters, who passed away earlier this year. So very glad to get this back. Passed away in February of 2024. And we have, looks like my index cards with my letter of request on it, as well as a signature card. Very nice return from Tom Qualters. Played in 34 games as a pitcher for the Phillies and the White Sox. He was a bonus baby. His teammates called him Moneybags because he signed for $40,000 out of high school back in 1952. Was in the major leagues in 1953. Had a 162 ERA. Only got 1 out in his short period of time working in 1953. Came back in 55, 56, and some in 58 as well. Pitched much better as he was sent to the White Sox. Tom Qualters there. Very nice return from him. That 54 Topps card looks great. Let's move on, guys, to return number 4. All right, we have our next return from Provo, Utah, right there on the envelope. And we have an unsigned index card, and we got Vance Law on an 84 Topps card, as well as a 91 Upper Deck. Vance Law, drafted out of BYU in 1978 by the Pirates. Nice 11-year career. We got an 89 Upper Deck, 88 Donruss, and 84 Topps, 88 Topps for the set. The 89 Upper Deck and 84 Topps for the set make that. Very nice returns from Vance Law. $5 a card. Does sign through Pass Pros. Looks like if you send him cash, he'll also sign that way as well. I did not send through Pass Pros, so you send him some cash, he will sign some cards. Your mileage may vary. You might send him 2 cards and $5. He'll probably sign that. Very nice guy, of course. Law. I got Vern Law, his father, back just a few episodes ago. And 1988 All-Star for Vance. Nice return from him. Let's move on, guys, to our next return. All right, we have our next return from Provo, Utah, right there on the envelope. And we have an unsigned index card, and we got Vance Law on an 84 Topps card, as well as a 91 Upper Deck. Vance Law, drafted out of BYU in 1978 by the Pirates. Nice 11-year career. We got an 89 Upper Deck, 88 Donruss, and 84 Topps, 88 Topps for the set. The 89 Upper Deck and 84 tops for the set make that. Very nice returns from Vance Law. $5 a card. Does sign through Pass Pros. Looks like if you send him cash, he'll also sign that way as well. I did not send through Pass Pros, so you send him some cash, he will sign some cards. Your mileage may vary. You might send him 2 cards and $5. He'll probably sign that. Very nice guy, of course. Law. I got Vern Law, his father, back just a few episodes ago. And 1988 All-Star for Vance. Nice return from him. Let's move on, guys, to our next return. All right, here we go. Next return, number 6, is going to be from Baton Rouge, Louisiana, right there, with my Hot Wheels stamp. Don't see too many of those anymore. We've got my letter of request back. Actually, it looks like he wrote something on it. And we have, yes, we got Bernie Smith. Bernie Smith played for the Brewers in 1970 and 1971. Got into 44 games one year and 15 games in 71. Best wishes to you and your family from Calvin Bernard Smith. Signed with his complete name, his full name. And I sent him 3 1971 Topps cards. Told him to keep any extras. Looks like he just signed them and sent them back. And looks like he signed one near George's face. So that kind of backfired. Glad I actually had an extra, sent him extras. So I had them 2 done properly and 1 done with George. George is not signed, though. George got into 16 games. Bernie got into 59 games in those 2 years. Nice return from Bernie Smith. Great signer. Actually spent 62 through 69 with the Mets in their minors before they finally traded him, and he finally got an opportunity at the big league level. Didn't do that great in those 2 years with the Brewers. Did hit 2 home runs. Always excited when these guys get their home run at the big league level, at least even if they've only had a cup of coffee or a handful of at-bats. There you guys go. There's information. P.O. Box to Mr. Bernie Smith. George is not signed. He has not really signed in probably about 15 years, so not going to try to get this one completed. There you guys go. Nice return. Let's move on, guys, to our final return of the day. All right, friends, final return of the day from Salt Lake City, Utah, with my Life Magnified stamp. And we have Mr. Theodore. We got George Theodore, a.k.a. The Stork, signed here on the Mets Wiz card. Played for the Mets from 73 to 74. There is the Wiz card, very nice, with his The Stork inscription, which you don't ask for, he just throws it on there. George Theodore with a very nice signature, 73-74 New York Mets inscribed on the signature card, as well as the 74 Topps personalized to me, to Chris Best Wishes, George Thorogood, The Stork. Nice return from George, got 1 card signed for the set, very nice to get that done. 6'4", nothing but arms and legs, George the Theodore Stork. There you guys go. Just totally screwed up his name. Let's just make it official. I can't say it. 105 games in the big leagues during those 2 years with the Mets, including 2 games, 2 at-bats in the 1973 World Series against the Athletics. Went 0 for 2, although the Mets did win the 2 games he was involved with. I think it was games 2 and 5. Could have been 2 and 4. After his playing days, went on to become an elementary school counselor for 38 years. Boy, that would be something you probably couldn't pay me enough to do. George Theodore doing the Lord's work, trying to keep those kids in line on the straight and narrow. And that is it, my friends, for Through the Mail Monday, number 295. Put it in the books. Thanks, guys, for joining me. No, I did not send George Theodore my 74 Topps Mets team card. I've got Crane Pool on there now, who just passed, of course, and Jerry Grody, who also passed this year. So I got 2 guys on there that are no longer with us. I probably will not be sending that out again because that will be very hard to replace, and I really like it the way it is. Really bummed out. Crane Pool just recently passed. I had a Mets Maulers card. I think it's a 66 Topps card with Mets Maulers. It's him and Swoboda. I sent off to Swoboda about a month ago, and boy, I guess I should have sent off to Crane Pool first. In hindsight, you just never know. So I will not be able to get my Mets Maulers card complete, which bums me out. Let's see, what else? Oh, yesterday we went to the Civil War game, the Oregon State Beavers versus the Oregon Ducks. And the Ducks finally looked pretty decent, put together a complete game. Not too many penalties. Defense held up, pitched a shutout in the second half. No turnovers. Had a really good time at Reser Stadium. They did a remodel on that, and it looked very nice. We had a very nice section, 333, row 1. Seats 5 and 6 right there, overlooking the whole field on like the 45-yard line, which was, it's a very small stadium. So the upper deck at Reser Stadium in Corvallis is like a $1,000 ticket anywhere else. 50-yard line there, $1,000 ticket for a good game, not exactly this kind of game, but yeah, we had a great time. Me and my buddy Russell, 2 S's, 2 L's, and yeah, go Ducks. I think we got an off week and then UCLA. So college football in full swing. Georgia almost got knocked off yesterday by Kentucky. That would have been fun. A little early season chaos, and yeah, things are going good. Mets are playing the Phillies, and yeah, I haven't watched today's game yet. That was earlier. It was Peterson pitching for the Mets. I'm not sure how they did. I'm afraid after yesterday's sort of, they were up 4-0 and ended up losing 6-4. That was kind of a bummer. So the Dodgers are just dead against the Braves. I'm not sure what's going on there. So that's a bummer. Anyway, good times. Thanks, guys, for joining me once again. Sorry I didn't take an after picture. Totally forgot. I'll do it next week. I won't forget. And that is it, my friends. Thanks for watching. See ya.